Salut, David Wallen here. Today I'd like to talk about how to not sound sterile when you're practicing. In other words, how to not sound like a guitar player. The problem with guitar players is that we tend to generate musical ideas with the instrument. And as you should know by now, music comes from within. And if you tend to gravitate around the same licks and the same ideas all the time, it means that you're generating your ideas from the instrument. Let's stop doing that with a simple concept that you just need to apply. You need to listen before you play anything. Just go to the source. The source is inside. It's not from the instrument. For this, we'll take a G minor 7 chord, and there are a lot of ways to playing that G minor 7 chord. And the more, the better. But for this, I'm going to use a simple position, the bar position on the 3rd fret. Here's my G minor chord. And you're just going to listen to the sound of that chord. Listen to all the individual notes. And you're going to try to build a melody using the notes of that chord in the same shape. It's kind of limiting because you don't have the whole fretboard, but it's going to really force you to listen, anticipate the sound of the notes. It's going to train your ear a lot better, and it might sound something like this. And as you develop that, you might find some other areas of the fretboard that are really close that you do like. And if you can experiment a little bit by adding 1 or 2 notes here and there, and eventually you will have some wider ideas and some notes that are kind of embellishing that chord, and that's what you're after. You can develop that with any types of chords, the more the better, and you can even make your own chord shapes by just going by shape and listening to the sound that is produced by that shape. And always go back to the chord, because you really want to have this interaction between the chord you're playing, the notes you're playing. The chords and the scales are intimately related. You don't even need to know the name of the chord. Just experiment with the chord shape that you're playing. Start with the notes of the chord. Anticipate the sound of the notes. And then explore areas of the fretboard that are very close to that, maybe by playing a fret above. If it works, great, remember that note. If it doesn't work quite well, if you don't like that note, try it 2 frets above. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you're going to be with hearing the sound of the notes you're playing, which is key to not sounding like your neighbor. Guitar is a great instrument, but music comes from within. Practice well. I hope you enjoyed this idea. Remember, if you want to go further with this, practice with backing tracks, because you're going to have the foundation of the chord on which you're going to be able to explore different notes. Tons of backing track on my website. For those of you who don't know, guitarplayback.com. That's not the point. The point is for you to practice and develop your own musical personality. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, salut.